5 video editing laptops put to the test, from budget $900 setups to absolute $2,500 powerhouses. I'll tell you right now, the number one pick is expensive, but it pays for itself in render times alone. I dug through the specs, the benchmark tests, and thousands of real user reviews to find the best laptop for video editing 2026 has to offer. Color accuracy, export speeds, timeline playback, and thermal throttling. I compared everything side by side, and some of the performance gaps are honestly ridiculous. Stick around, because the gap between number 2 and number 1 isn't just about the processor. It's a hidden battery life secret that completely changes how you work on the go. Before you pull the trigger on a new rig, here's the deal on what actually matters for editing. Most people pick purely on the graphics card, but honestly, it's your RAM and CPU that dictate timeline smoothness. If you're dropping frames during playback, you need at least 16 gigs of RAM, but 32 is the sweet spot for heavy 4K footage. On paper, a 4K display looks great, but in real life, check the color accuracy first. 100% DCI-P3 color gamut is what you actually want if you're doing serious color grading. Otherwise, your final export will look totally different on your phone. If you're just doing basic cuts for YouTube, go for a lightweight, power-efficient model. More of a heavy After Effects or 3D rendering person, you need a thick chassis with serious cooling fans, period. And if you've got Prime, free returns make testing these laptops a complete no-brainer. Quick heads up, the links down in the description are affiliate links. You pay the same either way, it just helps me keep making these videos. All right, let's start with number 5. Coming in at number 5 is the Acer Nitro V. If you're searching for the best budget laptop for video editing right now, this is exactly where you should start. For around $950, you are getting a 13th gen Intel Core i7 paired with a dedicated RTX 4050 graphics card. That means it handles Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve surprisingly well for an entry-level machine. One creator mentioned they edit multiple streams of 1080p and light 4K video, and it barely breaks a sweat during timeline playback, even with multiple color correction nodes applied. Let's be real, at this price point, you are not getting a premium all-metal build. It's definitely plastic, and the chassis feels a little bit chunky in your backpack, but the performance under the hood more than makes up for it. The 16 gigs of fast DDR5 RAM keeps things snappy when you're bouncing between your editing software and Chrome tabs. The biggest flaw? The battery life tops out at maybe 4 hours of light use, and way less if you are actively rendering out a video. But if you just keep it plugged in at your desk, it's a non-issue. Also, the fans get seriously loud under heavy load. We are talking jet engine levels. Grab a decent pair of noise-canceling headphones and you'll be completely fine. You take this out of the box, load up a project that used to stutter on your old machine, and immediately you're like, why didn't I upgrade sooner? It just works, and you're getting serious bang for your buck. Moving on to number 4, we have the 15-inch Apple MacBook Air with the new M4 chip. This is hands down the best vlog editing laptop on the market for creators who are always traveling. For around $1,300, you get the incredibly fast M4 processor, 24 gigs of unified memory, and a gorgeous 15.3-inch Liquid Retina display that supports 1 billion colors. Working from coffee shops or airports with a bulky laptop is an absolute nightmare. This one? You literally can't hear it because it doesn't even have an internal fan. Tons of users report editing 4K footage right from their lap on an airplane without the machine ever getting uncomfortably hot, which is a massive win for mobile workflow. The battery life is legendary too. It comes out of the box with a full charge and sips power so efficiently you can leave your charger at home for a weekend trip and still get your edits done. But here is the catch. Because there's no active cooling fan, if you are doing massive hour-long 4K exports or heavy 3D rendering, the chip will eventually thermal throttle to protect itself, slowing down your export times. If your channel relies on quick cuts, basic color grading, and B-roll, it's perfect. For feature-length films, you'll want a Pro model instead. With over 2,400 reviews and a 4.8-star average, the consensus is totally clear. It's incredibly light at just over 3 pounds, making it the ultimate travel companion for modern content creators who need power on the go. Next up at number 3 is the MSI Katana 15HX. If you are specifically hunting for the best editing laptop Windows has to offer in the mid-range tier, look no further. Coming in at around $1,600, this beast packs a 14th gen Intel Core i9 processor, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and the brand new RTX 5070 graphics card with ray tracing and DLSS 4. That 32 gigs of RAM is a massive deal for video editors. Where other laptops choke on complex timelines with tons of visual effects, this one handles multicam 4K edits effortlessly. Since setting it up, lots of buyers say their entire workflow feels completely different and significantly faster, allowing them to take on more client work without their system freezing. The QHD 165Hz display also covers 100% of the DCI-P3 color space, meaning the colors you see while grading are exactly what your audience will see on YouTube, eliminating that annoying color shift guesswork. It's not perfect though. It weighs about 5 pounds and has a super bulky power brick. It also runs really hot when you push that i9 processor to the limit during a heavy 4K export. The built-in cooler boost fans do their job, but you will definitely want to grab an external cooling pod if you plan on doing hours of heavy rendering. You boot this up, open a massive project file, and everything just snaps into place instantly. No lag, no spinning wheels. All the links to these laptops are down in the description if you want to check current prices. On the flip side, at number 2, we have the ASUS ROG Strix G16. If your daily workflow involves crazy motion graphics, After Effects, and 3D modeling, this is the best laptop for heavy VFX editing you can get right now. For roughly $2,400, you are getting an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor, an RTX 5070 Ti, and 32 gigs of lightning-fast 5600 MHz memory. If you're using this in a studio setup, the raw performance is just mind-blowing. One professional mentioned that even with their heaviest rendering projects in complex 3D environments, there is absolutely zero stuttering, allowing them to work at the speed of thought. The 16-inch ROG Nebula display is incredibly bright, and the 16:10 aspect ratio gives you that crucial extra vertical screen space for all your editing timeline tracks, audio waveforms, and color scopes. Here is the reality check. The battery life is pretty terrible. You might get 2 to 3 hours tops if you are actually doing heavy creative work. Plus, the pre-installed ASUS Armoury Crate software can be a bit buggy out of the box. The workaround? Keep it plugged into the wall when doing serious editing, and make sure you run all the Windows and ASUS firmware updates the second you turn it on. The full surround RGB lighting on this thing is gorgeous, but when you switch it into stealth mode for a professional client meeting, it suddenly looks like a sleek, serious workstation. It really is an absolute beast of a dual-purpose machine. Finally, coming in at number 1, we have the 16-inch Apple MacBook Pro with the M4 Pro chip. Simply put, this is the best laptop for video editing 2026 has brought us, period. At around $2,450, it features a 14-core CPU, a 20-core GPU, and that unmatched 16.2-inch Liquid Retina XDR display hitting 1600 nits of peak brightness. 3 years of daily use on these M-series chips, no issues, and zero drop in performance. That's the Panasonic that earns extreme loyalty. The biggest game changer here is the sustained performance. Where Windows laptops throttle the second you unplug them, this MacBook Pro delivers the exact same lightning-fast export speeds, whether it's running on battery or plugged into the wall. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Apple's storage upgrades are criminally expensive. This base model comes with a 512GB SSD, which fills up instantly with heavy 4K footage. You'll run out of space fast. Do not pay Apple's upgrade tax. Instead, buy a fast Thunderbolt 5 external SSD. You'll get more storage for way less money, and the speeds are just as fast as the internal drive, keeping your workflow seamless. With a near-perfect 4.8-star rating from hundreds of power users, the verdict is in. You take it out of the box, load up Premiere or Final Cut, and immediately realize the hype is actually real. The battery easily lasts a full 10-hour workday of heavy editing, which is unheard of for a video editing rig of this caliber. This is the machine I was talking about at the start. The battery life actually changes how you work on the go, making cafes your new studio. If you want the best bang for your buck, go with the Acer Nitro V. Pure Windows performance, the ASUS ROG Strix is your best bet. Best all-around editing powerhouse, the MacBook Pro M4 Pro takes the crown. Links are right below to check the latest prices. And if this video helped you out, a like really does help the channel. Catch you in the next one.